Hey there, gamers. How's it going? It's me, your guy, your boy. What? Beetles here. I guess. I forgot to change my skin back from the bee skin for the bee prank. Remember, we canceled bee puns. Yeah. But anyways, welcome back. We're over back at the ocean monument that we actually beat in the last episode to start kind of a really big project today. So ocean monuments are really cool, but they get even cooler if you turn them into a farm. So we are absolutely going to do that, but the only problem here with that is ocean monument farms take a long time. Like, they are big projects, so we're not going to spend today's episode doing that. Instead, we're going to break this project up over a few episodes, then do the actual farm thing in its own episode. I think that's the best way to do it, so yeah. But with that being said, I know it could be a little confusing, so I will put a card on screen right here for my ocean monument farm tutorial, which goes over it in one video, but it's the same thing, it still works, everything like that. So to start, we need to dive into the water and go to the corner of our monument, then go 1, 2, 3, ow, 3 blocks out diagonally, and then build a pillar all the way, no, stop shooting me, a pillar all the way up to the ocean surface. So this is the start to our, don't shoot me, stop it. No, I am your friend, fish. I didn't kill your leader. That was somebody else. This is Beetles here, not, you can cool it. Anyways, so we built a pillar up to the surface of the ocean, 2 blocks out, or kind of like on the third one there from the corner. After that, we will go all the way around this ocean monument with sand walls. Yeah, like a lot of sand. All the way around this thing until we have the whole monument walled off from the outside ocean. This is to prevent the guardians that spawn on the inside from just going anywhere in the world, because that is, or would be, a problem once we start farming these things. So yeah, it's a lot of this. Like right here, like, yeah, standing in one spot and placing sand. You want to do this with sand because sand falls and like you can use torches to remove them at the end, but it's a really long project. You have to go all the way around this ocean monument. It takes like 1.5 billion stacks of sand pretty much, and that means that I will need to do a lot of work in between. Just ignore my elytra fails. That means I'm going to have to do a lot of work. I need to get walls all around this thing. So will it be done by next episode? Maybe. If I'm productive, it will be, but not necessarily. Fortunately, we have the monument right in there where the sand is, and then a desert right over here so I can go back and forth. But we actually have a small problem with their shovel, which we are going back home to fix right now. So our shovel's at half health, which is not good at all. So we need mending on it, and fortunately we have a mending villager now, so it's time to go ahead and do some trading. Now today's episode theme is actually going to be all about conduits. Sorry for not mentioning that sooner, that's my bad, but first we need to get a little bit of trading done and out of the way before we can actually talk about the amazing water beacon that goes by the name of the Conduit. So smooth landing in 3, 2, 1. Of course, a true elytra professional. Thank you, Shulker Box. I prepared it with some stuff. I need to get a little bit more things inside of it though, and then we need to head right over to the top floor of the pyramid that we set up a few episodes ago. Now we're gonna cruise over here though and take a bunch of rotten flesh with us, because we can make a lot of money with rotten flesh, because we have a cleric in there, and clerics for some reason are fools and they will buy rotten flesh from us. Why? What are they doing with it? I don't know, but I guess we don't have to understand. So our mending villager is upstairs and the price is 24 emeralds. So we're going to go ahead and see how many emeralds we can farm up before we actually go upstairs. We'll try and level up some of these villagers as well. We can definitely level up this cleric nice and easily, and I even brought some rotten, or no. I brought some raw fish for our nice, sweet fisherman friend in here too. The fisherman will buy the cod from us. I need to fix my skin, by the way. I'll fix it after this segment. Fisherman, where do you live? Where do you work? I guess you live, there you are. Hi. Oh, Oh, you want string? Of course, anything for you. You know what? We'll just go back over here. You can have more of this stuff. Thank you. Until you don't lock your trade, actually. Just don't do it. I need a lot more emeralds. Iron Golem, stop pushing me. That's not cool. Alright, well, he's bought me out of stock. I'm almost there, so you know what? I brought these extra emeralds, but I'm trying to farm up new ones. We are going back to the mob farm. I'm gonna fix my skin. I'm gonna get string and more rotten flesh. I'll be right back. Oh, it feels so much more normal to be like this. It's way less buggy, it way more normal-y. We're gonna go ahead and do the string trade with the fisherman first, because I think if we level this guy up, then maybe we'll actually have a cod trade and I can have a use. Why are the iron golems pushing me around so much? But if we can level this guy up, will you buy cod for me? Please buy cod. Oh no. You'll cook salmon for me, though. That's nice of you to do. We got our emeralds. We have what we need now, so I'm just going to go ahead and use up everything else. These villagers just want to buy today. They're not ending their trades, so might as well sell it all. And just as I said that, the fisherman says no more string for me. Okay, back over to you. Okay, so I've been bought out of stock and I have moved up to the upstairs. Time to do that mending trade. You, sir, Mending. Thank you very, very much. You're so kind, and we ended up with 19 emeralds left over. That's pretty good. I need to definitely come over here and trade with these villagers more, because the goal was to level up all of these villagers down here, like no matter the profession, to their max level, especially this guy. We need a woodland mansion, like really bad, so I need to come back here and visit these guys more often, make sure they're happy, and make sure they can give me lots of money. But now we have mending, so we need to go ahead and put the mending on the shovel, so I can do lots of sand farming, and then only 9 levels. Wow, not bad. Now it's conduit time. So first, the conduit. What's a conduit? Well, the thing in my hand is a conduit. This is what it looks like, but it doesn't go here. Conduits belong under the water. Conduits were added in the 1.13 update aquatic update. This is basically like kind of like the best loot of that update, maybe? I mean, it's between this thing and tridents. But the conduit is not really loot, it's like a craftable thing. To craft a conduit, you will need 8 nautilus shells and 1 heart of the sea. The heart of the sea is found in treasure chests, and to find treasure chests, you have to check out these things, the shipwrecks. I don't know why I blanked there. We did that earlier on in this series, though, so we're not going to get into that too much. The nautilus shells, those can be actually a little bit more tricky. To get your hands on some nautilus shells, you're going to either need to kill drowned, or in my case, do a lot of AFK fishing. So that's how we got the conduit. I think we crafted it maybe we crafted it last episode. So the conduit belongs under the sea, somewhere like over here, at least for now, while we explain it. So we place the conduit down, and it actually gives off a light level of 15. That is like crazy, crazy bright. In fact, it is one of the brightest things in the game. Now, when you place the conduit, you're going to want to go up off of the ocean floor a little bit like I did here, because for this thing to actually work, we need to place some prismarine blocks around it. The prismarine blocks that you can use are normal prismarine, prismarine bricks, dark prismarine, and even sea lantern. So you can use any of these blocks to activate a conduit, and you can actually use any combination of these blocks to activate a conduit. Now, how many do you need? Well, you'll need a range of blocks, either 16 at the minimum, or at the maximum 42. Again, this can be a combination of any of these blocks. You could do like 10 of these and then 32 of these. It's really your choice. So now, activating the conduit. How do we need to place our blocks? This is a little tricky to explain, but basically we need to place blocks outside of that 3x3 area around the conduit. Now, to initially activate a conduit, this is how you should do it. You should start by creating basically a ring around the conduit, just like this. Once we get the right amount of blocks like that, the conduit actually activates. So now we have a working conduit. This conduit is going to grant us water breathing. Like, look at our oxygen bubbles, they're not going down. The conduit will also grant us faster mining speed under the water, which is really nice, and we get better vision, or basically night vision underwater. Like, things are super bright now, which is good. Now, those three effects are collectively summed up as conduit power in your effect menu over here. So, conduit power means water breathing, water mining, and water vision. Now, conduits will deal their effects, those benefits, if the player is either A, within range in water, or B, within range in rain. We could actually set this conduit up over in our base area over there, and then when it's raining, I would actually get conduit power, which is pretty crazy. Now, the range of these effects is based off of how many blocks you have around this thing. If you have the max amount of blocks around a conduit, the conduit power thing, that'll last 96 blocks. If you have the least amount of blocks you need, that will last 32 blocks, so a 32 block effect range. So just like a Minecraft beacon, you definitely want to go for the max power here, because I mean, it's just better. If you decide to do that, you actually get one more extra benefit, which unfortunately I can't really show off here, so we're just gonna swim around instead and talk about it. The sea pickles in this area are actually lighting up the ocean, and that's stopping drown from spawning. But if I did have drown spawning, or if I just had a hostile mob over here, I could actually lure it near this conduit, and since it has the max amount of blocks that we need, the conduit would actually deal a little bit of damage to the hostile mob as well. A maxed out conduit will deal 4 damage every 2 seconds to mobs within 8 blocks of this thing, but only hostile mobs. So not nice things like dolphins and things like that. The conduit just knows it. It's actually, I wonder how that works. There's definitely some lore behind that, but I think that's probably about it for the conduit, and I'm sad because I've spent like a lot of time thinking about what I could do under the water under here. I thought about maybe like a building, a ruin, just to kind of show off the conduit, incorporate it into the episode, and I have failed. I can't think of anything to do over here with the conduit, so I think we're gonna just kind of leave it there and do something else near the water instead to tie things up today. I'm sorry, it's completely unrelated to the conduit, but I think it is time to terraform this area over here. So we have the river, we have this hill that I definitely won't be building on. It just doesn't look so good, so we need to terraform it, and I think the best way to terraform it today would be a Q&A time lapse, because it's been pretty much a year and a half since I've done one. It's been a long time, and Q&A time lapses are perfect for these kinds of little projects. So here's how this works. I'm going to go ahead and just focus in on the terraforming, and I'll probably end up speeding things up a little bit in the background. While making the episode, I put a tweet out asking for some questions, and those questions are about to be answered now. So if you don't follow me on my Twitter, you definitely should, and I hope you guys enjoy the Q&A time lapse, the terraforming. So let's go ahead and get down to work. Alright, so questions in 3, 2, 1, go! The first question is from Ground Crazy May. The question is, where did the name Robert come from? Well, of course, the name Robert came from, well, it came from this distant, magical place. It's very cool there. It's fun. It's nice. It's exciting. It's my imagination. I made up the name Robert. It has no significance whatsoever to anything in my personal life. The next question is from AF Breaking Gaming. The question is, what made you want to grind on YouTube? And honestly, for this one, the love for it and the want to do it. You know, I've always really loved watching YouTube and really got into some YouTubers, and then I was like, you know, wait, I think I could do this too, maybe. So that's kind of where it all started. I just really wanted to do it. I started doing it and it was fun, so I kept doing it. Neve asks, how much storage does the guide world currently take up in terms of gigabytes? And I think the world is currently at about 1.5, if that sounds right. I don't remember. It's surprisingly low for me, at least, because my last series, that world ended up being like 3, 4, or 5 gigs. I don't know. It was really big. Scarf Pirates asks, is my skin a robot or a knight? And I've gotta say, it is a knight robot, actually. Doggo is wondering if I'm musically talented in any way, or if I play like kazoos or recorders or anything cool like that. And I can play the guitar, I can play the keyboard, so maybe kind of. It's been a while, but I can. Dylan is spooky asks me, how's my day? And you know, I've got to be honest, my day is pretty good. I actually recently came down with a cold, and it was not fun, because then I kind of like need to take a break, but I don't like to do that, and so I kind of, I don't know, I'm in this weird place, and I'm like recording it, and I feel like I sound different, and then I'm like, oh, I'm tired, I need to breathe. But it's getting better, and I am, happy about that, so it's a good day. Thank you. Adder asks, will you join Minecraft Monday or SMP Live? And oh man, that would be an honor. I guess I'd have to be invited. 34Y asks, how many marshmallows can you fit into your mouth? Crying emoji. And don't cry, it's okay. We'll find out here today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm not putting any in my mouth. I have no clue. Sant reminds me that I should probably be streaming right now. Actually, the question was, do you plan to stream? I probably should. Ooh, this is a really good one. Hannah asks if I could visit any or have any of my builds in real life. Which one would it be? And honestly, I don't know if a farm would count. Like, could I build a mob farm in real life and like sell the loot? Because maybe I would use the mob farm then, the thing in the sky, you know, the giant red thing. But other than that, I'd love to see the bamboo farm build in real life still, because I am really still so happy with that build. So I guess that one kind of wins, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, that's a really good question though. Ooh, oh man, Mr. Ramadan comes at me with the question, what is your origin story, bruh? The new subs need to know, and you make a great point, the origin story. So, this is a long one, a wild one, a thrillful one. So, this starts 22 million trillion years ago. I was actually in space, just chilling, doing space things, and then eventually I was born, and then 20 years later I started making YouTube, and then 2 years after that, so now I am making a Q&A time lapse for the gamers right here, live. Not live, this isn't live. That's the origin story. And there were dinosaurs too. Blake L asks, what's the biggest Minecraft project you have ever worked on? And honestly, it's gotta be the witch farm that I made. I think this was in like season 1 or whatever. It was in like an old Let's Play series that I did. I think the videos are way back on my channel, but it was a big project because my whole thinking was I would completely demolish the swamp and all of the biomes within like a 250 block radius, like going out from the swamp farm all the way out, fill everything in with water, and then have like a really productive witch farm. And it was a lot of work, lots of digging. I can still remember like digging it and sitting there and being like, oh my gosh, my back hurts, my finger hurts from holding this mouse button down forever. And it was a really big project, and in the end it did not work that well. It was really not worth it. And I've got to end this Q&A session off with a question about music. This question is from Stuffy. The question is, who is your favorite musical artist? And I don't have one. I have like a bunch. I really like Kanye. I really like Joji. I really have been into like Mac Miller lately. Drake is, I am basic. I don't know, but basically like a lot of artists, and I keep forgetting to like make a playlist with the music that I listen to, because I make like one playlist for like the whole season, like a fall playlist on Spotify, and I keep trying to remember to tweet it out, but then I forget, and then I forgot. But a lot of people. And that has to do it for today's Q&A time lapse. Thank you everybody who sent a question, whether I answered it or not. Thank you, I appreciate it. And let's go check out what I ended up doing. Alright, so the big gamer reveal at the sunset, nice and beautiful, and 1, 2, 3, boom. There is the terraformed background now. I think that fits our world a whole lot better. Let me go ahead and do a little fly around. I made sure it's nice and bright in that area. I only did this, by the way, nothing like over here really, or over here, of course. But actually, I did light this up over there. Hold on. Okay, let's try this again. I lit this up over there. I made sure that's nice and bright. I put a lot of big trees, some nice plants, and tried to just basically make this like a foresty hill looking thing, which I think I accomplished pretty well. Now, I realized one thing in the making of this, though. I have like 0 sea pickles. The plan was to light up this whole river with sea pickles so I wouldn't get any spawns in it, because eventually I'd like to have pretty much a spawn-proof area over here, but yeah, so maybe we need to get on a sea pickle farm, and then I have big plans for this area, and we'll have to terraform up the other part of the, I guess, river bank, ocean bank thing, like when we're working near it, but I think that is a lot better over there. I'm trying to give you as many views as possible. Oh, creeper. Okay, I did not light it up perfectly. I guess I messed up a little bit. Oh, hi, zombie. Okay. Yeah, I got some other lighting to do, I think. I'm gonna just go inside now and sleep. This is why I don't stay up at night. Okay, who's doing it? Who's doing it? Oi, stop this. No, you belong outside, you monster. Where's the shovel? Did I get your shovel? No, my inventory is full. I did not. All right, so shovel is mine. We are the victor, and it is time for today's comment of the day. So, today's comment of the day is from Storm. The comment is, I don't really like Bedrock, but I also don't hate it. Also, I just want a new survival series from you, and it is announcement time, unless I've already announced this. So, I am loving this world, but I'm craving that new adventure, right? Like, we have a lot of stuff done in this world. It's easy for the most part. As long as I'm on the ground, like not flying, it's easy. And I'm wanting to try something out that I've actually never tried before. So, a brand new survival hardcore series will be starting pretty soon, if it hasn't already. I don't think it has, but yeah, so I've never played hardcore. For those of you guys who don't know, that's basically like the mode where it's on hard, and if you die, you're done. So you have to be really, really careful. I'm thinking that the series is going to be paced a little bit differently. It's not really going to be a guide, but it's definitely going to be a survival series. It should be fun, exciting, kind of like, I don't know what it's gonna be like this, but like harder, scarier, and more intense. So yes, that is going to be a thing, and also yes, patrons are going to get early access to those episodes. Each and every patron, lowest tier to the highest tier, gets that early access content, so check it out if you'd like. If not, hey, that's cool too. Today, I'd like to send a special thank you to my patron, Gabe. Thank you for your support. I really have to fix the sheep farm, by the way, as well, and I have to go over to the ocean monument and start placing sand, so wish me luck. Thank you for watching. Hardcore series soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone. Go have a good one.